Hops and Stocks podcast is presented by 100 Spoke Media Group. We encourage our listeners to drink responsibly. Please note, we are not financial advisors. We do not offer or provide financial advice.
I'm Spoke affiliated from the city.
Welcome back to the Hops and Stocks podcast, brought to you by 100 Spoke Media Group. This is episode 27. Right. Yeah, 27. What's good, fellas? You know what I'm saying? Still celebrating Black History Month. Still riding on a Bengals high. I see, you know what I'm saying, both Blast and Doug representing.
I got my natty hat on.
Got your natty hat on.
Representing Century.
I'm Hops and Stocks in it. I mean, shit, how everybody been doing?
Hey,
Don't
man,
complain.
I can't complain. Warm 40-degree weather today, so you know.
Yeah, it got up to, I think, 55 here, man. You know what I'm saying? I was able to put the plants out. Been having to bring them joints.
I couldn't get my car out, man.
Man, that ice.
Y'all got that?
Oh,
Y'all still got a bunch of ice and snow?
Well, I got one of them out, and then I just didn't dry the other one. So you know, the ice was first, and then it snowed.
yeah.
So I hadn't driven it, so I'm like, oh, I gotta get up out of here. I gotta start it up, man. I just kept putting it in drive and reverse, driving. I just kept rocking.
Yeah.
Got that joint out.
I had to help somebody out at the spot next door to my job. Some cat pulled in there with a rear wheel sports BMW. He was all stuck up on the snowbank. We were just kind of rocking his shit until, you know, it finally came loose.
Man, I remember when you had them rear wheel drive cars, you got to weight the trunk down. So when I used to have my Cutlass and my Cadillac, you know, I had the speakers in there, but also I put like them 50-pound sandbags in there, and that keep that mug so it wouldn't get squirrely on you.
And the steps at work, they were so icy, like they had just iced into a ramp. Like you couldn't even walk down them.
That's hazardous, dog.
I was about to say, man, did they have something blocking it off so nobody attempted?
Well, I mean, when we went out to help that dude, it was kind of like, oh, dude, how do you maneuver down this thing?
Hold on, Blast, did you slide down the steps, man?
Nah, the cat who went before me made a little path. So I'm like, I don't try to maneuver down nothing with my current leg.
I'm like, is this the story before the story of you going down?
No. Yeah. Thankfully, I haven't gone down at any point in this ice, man.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
I'm like, at our age, man, you can't really afford to be going down too much, man.
The key is to get a wide base. You get a wide base. If you're too narrow, you're going down.
I was dress shoes on that ramp too. I was like, somebody has to clear me a little foot path.
Yeah, slip and slides is just that, slip and slide, man. Like you would have been done.
You better off keep some boots in the Kente style, barefoot, man.
I probably would have been better off barefoot.
Somebody should have told that guy with that BMW that he has the wrong car for the winter.
Yeah, facts.
It's stylish, but that's the wrong vehicle.
With rolling skills weren't the best either, man.
I can do it. But yeah, like I said, man, we continuing with Black History Month, and I know the fellas other than myself, because unfortunately I can't get any distribution here in Nashville. So I know Blast, Doug, and Beat Up still have some Black Owned Brewery offerings. I'm gonna go off the beaten path and just review a plain Jane stout. But like we always do about this time, man, let's kick it over to my guy, Mr. What's in This Can, man.
Mm-hmm.
Beat up. I understand you're already a little heated, man.
Yeah, man, we've been pre-podding, man. So make sure you get the listeners the backstory of why you're making these faces already, and you haven't even sampled the brew.
Yeah, so let's talk about it, man. And let me walk you down this story. So I ordered my beer online so I could just go in there, pick it up, and be out, because I had like 3 other stops. So I ordered 2 particular offerings from this Black Owned Brewery.
Oh,
so when
man.
I get in there, yeah, I know.
Oh man.
But that's no indication on what this beer tastes like. It was a other who served me. You know what I'm saying? So
I just don't know if you can be impartial based on already going in with a rough experience.
So when I came in there, he was just like, I said, yeah, I'm here to pick up for Williams. He's like, I ain't got no Williams. I got a Billy. It's my first name. Dummy. But yeah, bleep that out, man.
That's clearly staying. Because if we beep it, it's gonna sound worse. The beep is gonna sound worse.
Your dummy came so late, like.
Nothing wrong with a little name calling.
But he named two offerings, and I was just like, yeah. So when I got in the car, you know, I wasn't paying no attention. I went to my other stop, came home, and I screenshot my order, so I knew what it was. So I look at my bag and I look at my oh, he got me. But what I paid for was less than what he gave me. It was a 2-pack. What he gave me was a 4-pack. So I'm reviewing this one right here. It's Mixtape joint. It's 8% ABV, 40 IBU, if you can see that. For y'all who listen to the audio, this is it's a mixtape, so it's a cassette tape on the front. It's in collaboration with Noctera Brewing Company. Just a little background on Alematic. Their concept is craft brewery and music. So if you go into the establishment, they have all types of old school 90s hip hop on the bar and on the walls, a few TVs. You can actually see where they brew it in the back. So it's a nice nice little setup. Home style. It's probably like a Cheers type of bar. Probably everybody knows everybody. What I found out is they're the only Black owned brewery in the Dayton area, and like one of a few minority owned businesses. So we appreciate that diversity. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can see the color. Now anything this tangerine color, you already know.
Usually fire.
Yeah, and you got the glass for it too, the Alematic glassware.
Yeah, I bought their glassware. So let's see.
Yeah, you repping.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the color look fire.
It is fire. It's a New England style IPA, so yeah. This the one right here. I thoroughly enjoy this can.
Good, man. I'm glad you're happy, man.
So the notes are passion fruit, tangerine, and fruit punch. The fruit punch is what threw me off.
Yeah, I was about to say you was concerned about the notes.
Yeah, beer and fruit punch. I don't know, but this is a good mix right here. Yeah, I'm gonna go and get this 4 3/4.
Yeah. What's the ABV on it?
8%.
8%. Oh yeah, so it check all the boxes.
All the boxes. Color, taste, notes. Yeah, this is the one right here. So once again, this is we made you Mixtape Volume 3. Alematic out of Huber Heights, Ohio. 8% alcohol, 40 IBU. New England style IPA. 4 3/4.
4 3/4. Man, that's impressive.
It's a good way to kick off the pod.
What do you give the service?
What you got there? The service, I'm gonna have to write them a little
Got to hit them with the Yelp review.
Oh no. Nah, they good peoples, man. They just might
Nah.
Yeah, it happens, man.
What you got, Doug?
Go ahead, Blast. Go ahead and kick it off because you're gonna get the background on our
yeah, me and Doug are gonna be sampling from 18th Street Brewing out of Indiana. They got a couple locations. They got their start in Gary, Indiana, and then they expanded to Hammond, Indiana, and they have a tap room in Indianapolis and maybe a couple more locations. Their owner is a gentleman named Drew Fox. I'm thinking Ohio State. Drew Fox is the owner. He kind of reminds me of our story. It sounded like, based on an article I read, that he, was just kind of the normal guy drinking Miller and, Bud and that kind of stuff until he took a trip overseas. I think they said to Belgium. And so he got hip to some different brews over there, kind of, opened his eyes. And when he came back, I guess, that experience kind of stuck with him. So he started working for another brewery, I guess kind of getting his feet in the door. And from that point on, it just kind of seemed like beer was his thing. So he eventually created an outfit out of his garage. And from there, grew into what it is today, which is the second largest brewery in Northwest Indiana. Like we said, we're highlighting Black owned breweries. So Mr. Fox, of course, is Black. And yeah, that's his story, man. He's got a huge 32,000 square feet warehouse in Hammond, Indiana that does distribution, food, all that good stuff, man. So it sounds like they've got a pretty big operation going. I know I sampled some of their stuff this past summer. And tonight I got another one from them. This is the Uncrushable West Coast India Pale Ale. Can work here. It's got a turtle on it with some funny lines or whatever. The notes, it's got some odd notes, man. I don't even recognize some of this stuff. It says Cascade. I don't know if that's like the soap.
Wow.
It's Cascade, Chinook, and Centennial hops. I'm guessing Cascade.
Yeah, those are the hops.
Yeah. So we're gonna check it out, man. It's got a real nice golden color. 8.8 on the ABV, and there was no IBU information on it. So it's got a real good citrus note on it. Oh yeah, it's pretty good. It is a little bit on the bitter side. So I don't know if, maybe that combination of the 3 hops is, putting a little bit of bitterness in it, but you still get the citrus too to balance it out. I'm gonna get this. Let's go with a 4 even.
4 even.
Yeah, pretty tasty. Cheers to Drew Fox and 18th Street Brewing. I'm gonna pass it over to Doug. He's got another offering from this brewery as well.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. This is called Crushed
Marshmello.
Marshmello. Can you see it?
Yeah, I see it.
All their cans. I was at our second honey hole, or my second honey hole, Jungle Gems, and I was able to find maybe six different offerings from 18th Street Brewing. So they're out there doing their thing. I know our honey hole only had one
one offering.
Yeah. So this is what it looks like.
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. I've already been sipping on it, man. I was actually sipping that Jungle Gems. That's why I was asleep before the pod.
What style is that?
This is a let me see. This is an Imperial Berliner.
Okay.
Now,
It's your joint in it.
yeah.
I ain't never heard of Imperial Berliner.
Mm-hmm. And it has raspberry, sea salt, and cocoa nibs. So the sea salt, it's funny when they put like that type of note in, but you're actually getting that little salt.
A little salt in it.
Yeah, you're getting a little salt. So, like I said, I've been sipping on it. It's not bad. It doesn't wow me. Not really a marshmallow guy. I'm not really getting that note, but overall, I'll probably give it like a 3.75.
What's the ABV on it?
Yeah, it has a little bitter taste that I'm not really feeling as I'm sipping on it. I like the sweet. You get the raspberry, but raspberry is kind of tart. So it's 6.7 or 6.7.
Usually Imperial should be higher than that. Or you would think that Imperial would be higher than that.
It's got that pink skin color, man.
You said what?
It's got that pink skin color.
My lighting probably doesn't do it justice.
Yeah.
I had to buy a 4-pack. Kind of disappointed. So that'll let you know. When you guys come over, I'll have one ready for you.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Now I know when I slide through, like you got them on deck. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, man. Cats be quick to give you the bunk, man.
I'm saying you may enjoy it though. Everybody's different. You may enjoy it.
Yeah.
That's 18th Street Brewing out of Indiana. Shouts out to them. That's our second spotlight Black owned brewery of the night. Hopefully next week we'll have a couple more for y'all.
Yeah.
Now we're going to E with his
alternative beer, man.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
E with his man-owned brew.
His
You know what I
segregated beer. That's Jim Crow beer, man.
Man, yeah, man.
Inequality brew.
Man.
Hey, so all right, truth be told, like I've searched high and low, man, and it's just I can't find, and I've reached out to some groups that I'm in. It doesn't appear that any Black-owned breweries distribute here in Nashville. So I am pleading with Black-owned breweries to distribute here in Nashville. There's a following. There's people who will love to support you, such as myself as well as others. But since I don't have a Black-owned,
it sounds like you need to talk to Nashville. It seems like they're discriminating.
well, I mean, if you send me the samples, I'll get them in the hands of the people that need to do the beer ordering. So once
Get
again,
Baby Nash on it. Get Baby Nash.
Man.
I was gonna say, did you say talk to Nashville or Baby Nash?
you can
involved. I mean, what are you doing?
You can DM me at Hops and Stocks, man. Send me a gift package, and I'll get your brews here. Well, what you can do for me is, since I don't have a Black-owned brewery beer, I'm going to review a black beer. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna figure out a way to tie it in. So we got Revolution Brewing. They're out of Chicago, Illinois, and this is called Cafe Deth, and it is a Imperial stout with coffee, and it's from their limited edition Deepwood series. This joint is checking in at 14.8 ABV.
High
Yeah,
powered.
so yeah, if I start taking a nap mid-pod, y'all know what's happening. I've been sipping this throughout the pod, and I like it, man. I'm not getting, I was expecting actually more depth of coffee notes. I'm not really getting that, but I am getting like a lot of chocolate, a little bit of syrup kind of taste to it. I'm digging it though. Like, I'm probably gonna get this 4 1/4. I would definitely revisit it again. I think Blash reviewed another one of their offerings on a previous pod.
Yeah, Straight Jacket, I think was it.
Yeah, and I do believe these joints was kind of pricey. I want to say, how much was they, Blast? Like, it was double digits for the one can, wasn't it?
Oh,
I can't remember. I was just in there last night and I saw some on the shelf. It looked like they was up there 7, 8, something like that.
Yeah. So once again, this is Cafe Deth from Revolution Brewing out of Chicago, Illinois. I dig it. 4 1/4. If you can't get Black-owned brew, drink black brew.
Drink black brew.
God, this one was $14.50 for the 4-pack.
4-pack.
For the 4-pack. Yeah. So
See
man,
that.
it's been a minute since it's just been us on a pod, man. Like this is kind of weird.
What? I brought my first crowler today.
Oh, did you?
Word?
Yeah. I could not review that because this is too much brew.
Yeah.
I just can't do it. So I'm gonna
It's 32 ounces.
Yeah, so I'm gonna save it for the Super Bowl.
Did you cop something from Alematic in that too?
What?
In your
reviewed?
crowler?
Yeah, that both of them was from Alematic.
Okay, I got you.
One was a crowler and one was the mixtape. It looked like a big old Foster's, man. That's what it looked like.
Yeah, they do. The only bad part about it is once you crack it, like you gotta commit to drinking the whole thing.
Yeah.
Whereas a growler,
Which one is the bigger one, the crowler or the growler?
the growler is the jug one. It's the bigger one.
Yeah, I got a jug one, but I think it's small. I think it's like crowler size.
Oh, word.
And then it's got a nice top, so I can get into it for a couple of days without it, losing.
Getting flat.
Yeah.
Okay. So for those who don't know, and I personally don't know, crowlers can come in a can or they can come in a jug, and growlers only come in jugs.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I've only had a crowler in a can.
Okay.
Like every crowler I've had has always been in a can. And every growler that I've had has been in a jug.
Okay.
Hey, maybe I have my size off, and maybe I actually do own a growler, but I mean, it doesn't seem like the large size or whatever.
I think it's a growler 64, and so it's not a crazy amount.
Yeah.
But yeah, once again, I'm not saying that that's the only way that it's served, but I've only had crowlers in cans and growlers in the screw top jugs.
I think out of my crowler, I only got like three glasses. That don't seem like it'd be 64.
Okay, this is 25 ounces for the crowler.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. I honestly thought there was only 32. Like I thought it was like you had to hit 32 maybe.
Big boy can I just didn't want to be, smacked. First of all, I didn't want to try to take it down if it was bad.
What's the style?
Good question. I'll get back to you.
If it's an IPA,
it's an
I'm
IPA.
about to say if it's an IPA, you're fine. If it's a stout, like that mug's gonna be, especially one that's high ABV.
Well, I can't give you the notes away because I'm gonna review it next week.
Okay.
Said you saving that one for the big game?
Well, either I'm cracking for the Super Bowl or I'm cracking for the next pod. I don't know. We got a 2-hour delay for work. Hey man, people are treating this like it's New Year's Eve. I mean, I understand that Bengals are going to the Super Bowl, and that's cool. We ain't been there since. Well, I'm not really a fan of the Bengals, so I can't say we, but I'm rooting for the Bengals to win. But they're shutting the city down, man.
Yeah.
Consciousness, man. We came out. Everybody's a Bengal.
No, I think like I said on our last pod, I mean, everybody supports the Bengals, but other than you,
it's kind of orange. That's why it's kind of orange.
It looks
but
like
you
exactly like pink skin.
But you didn't even like that beer.
What y'all think's gonna happen in this game, man?
Hey, before we go to the game, this guy hit a lick. He posted up on the corner of Woodman and Linden, with a rack full of Bengals paraphernalia. I'm talking about he had like 2 racks.
Yeah.
He was gone like that. He damn near stopped traffic, man. I rolled past today. It wasn't nothing but hooks in an empty rack. He had at least about 200 shirts.
That Houday beer that they selling down here is gone, man. They said there was a line 8 blocks long to get Houday beer.
Bro, did y'all that text message I sent y'all where my dude has one from the original, I believe it was 81. Like he has an original 6-pack that he said if the Bengals win that he's going to drink one. And I'm like, bro, I don't think you want to do that. Like that beer is 40 years old.
And I think the original cans are selling online for I believe I heard 400.
Yeah.
For the 6.
He's a paraphernalia guy of all things Cincinnati. So he has like when you go in his house in his basement, I mean, you'll see all red stuff, all Bengals stuff. And when he posted that 6-pack, and like I said, we've been used to seeing Houday WHO is HU on the can of beer. And I actually didn't know.
I think it's because of the company that makes it. It's HUDY the company. It's not Hudapole, it's just Hootie. HUDY is the company that makes it.
Okay, got it. Yeah. Everybody's giving them a chance. Like Joe Burrow, like
you have to.
Huh?
You have
I haven't heard like any hate. Like I watch Talk Sports literally all day from Skip and Shannon to Cowherd to Speak for Yourself. Everybody's in love with Joe Burrow, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? He's that deal. But there is a lot of talk about the offensive line. Like, how are they going to hold up against Aaron Donald, Von Miller? Then on the back end, you got Jalen Ramsey. But I just think that, I mean, Tennessee has a really stout defensive line, and Joe Burrow got beat up that game, and they still came out on top. Now, once again, Tennessee's offense isn't the Rams' offense, but he's shown that he can take a beating and still come out on top.
I think if they can weather the storm early on, make some adjustments, I don't think they're going to be able to – you ain't going to be able to sit Joe back there and throw it deep. I think the short pass is going to be an extension of the run game, short passes, get Chase involved, still run Mixon. No matter if they stopping it, still running, make them honest.
Yeah, you got to keep it honest.
Them down the field. They'll be all right. They'll be all right.
It's going to be – man, he's going to hit them three drops, 3-step drops, man. Like 2 seconds and gone.
Yeah,
2 seconds and gone. Like throw to a space and not where the receiver, you know what I'm saying? Like I think they can score on anybody, man, and they can score quick. They high powered. They've proven that. And then, like I said, man, they've been in many games where they've been down by 2-3 scores, so they don't get rattled. You know what I mean? So I don't think that if the Rams jump on them like 14-0 or something like that, like that's going, you know what I'm saying, rattle them. Like I think they play better when they down, or it appears that they do.
Well, I think people forget, you know, a large part of our success is Burrow, but our defense makes key plays that keeps us in the game. You know, keeps Joe getting the ball. If Joe can't get the ball, Joe can't do anything. So, you know, but that win against KC, our second half defense stepped up. You know, without them making those plays, you know, he was doing some crazy little scrambles, but you know, when Hubbard came through and got that sack, you know, so I think our defense, if they play stout and they make the key plays when they're supposed to make the plays, get the interception when you're supposed to get the interception, don't be dropping no interceptions, we should be all right.
I'm glad you went that direction, because that's what I feel like nobody's talking about. Like everybody thinks about the Bengals offense versus the Rams D. I haven't heard much from the media, you know, about the Rams offense versus the Bengals D. Right. Doug, you touched on it, but what do y'all think about that matchup? Rams offense versus Bengals defense.
I mean, Cup is serious, man. Cup and Beckham, they're going to be some serious matchups for Apple. You know, but we got serious matchups too. But you know, it's going to be they're going to get some completions and they're going to get the ball down the field. We have to get some sort of heat on the quarterback. You know what I mean? We got to touch the quarterback. If we're not touching the quarterback, then he's going to sit back there and, you know, have all day to pass. That's a recipe for a loss. So, you know, some sort of way we got to get some blitz packages going and get to the quarterback, especially in third downs. You know what I mean? Third downs, we got to get off the field.
So who would you say? Would you say KC or the Rams have the better offense?
KC.
Because that's how I'm looking at it. I think KC has the better offense, and they shut them down in the second half.
True.
You know what I mean? Like the Rams don't have a Kelsey. I mean, Cup is nice, but you don't like
Higbee's hurt. You know what I mean?
He's hurt.
He may not be as effective as he usually is. You know, Cup gets open. We got to get to when he's open downfield. You know, like you said, on the other matchup, we got to get quick passes. We got to get the ball to some quick slants to Boyd. I think Boyd's going to have a big game. You know, Boyd's not our deep guy. Boyd is going to have a real decent, you know,
they were talking about
second and long, get it to Boyd.
And the other receiver, too. I can't remember his name at the moment.
Higgins?
Yeah, Higgins.
Let P-Ron get in there, man. P-Ron had that crucial touchdown right before the half. Let P-Ron get some run, man.
He did.
You know, change it up.
I think Uzama being hurt kind of like.
He says he's going to play.
Yeah, he said he's not missing this game.
I mean, I don't know how effective he'll be, but he says he's going to play.
If he's functional.
As long as he get out there, man, because they got to guard.
He shouldn't be out there if he's going to be a liability.
I don't think he'd be a liability. I think the coaches will see what he can do. And see
I mean, Drew Sample did all right last week too, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sample, there was a couple balls that Burrow should have got to Sample, but he's trying to get the home run to Chase, or was that Higgins? One of them. But you know, Sample came open, he just didn't get it to him. So you know, if CJ can't play like he's supposed to play, at least he'd be out there a decoy. And, you know, we'll see what's up, man. But we're a second half team, so as long as we don't get down at all, I want to just jump on these cats, man, and just end it, man. I want to have a good second half where I'm just drinking and eating.
Y'all see, Madden picked the game, Bengals 24-21.
Oh wow!
Through the Madden simulation, which I guess they said is 11 for 18 out of the last. What's that? 18 Super Bowls. It's 11 out of 18. It had the Bengals 24, Rams 21. I could see that be a realistic score, man. Like it comes down to y'all kicker, man. Last second.
Yeah, I mean that's the one area where the Bengals have the advantage, man. Money McPherson.
And is that what they call him? Money McPherson?
I don't know. I just gave him that.
Hey.
But you have to think, if as long as we're in field goal range, we're in range where most teams aren't in range.
Yeah,
We're
said,
getting that 3 points. We're getting that 3 points, even at 52 yards out, 54 yards out.
I heard an analyst say that stadium is the best kicker friendly stadium, and he said pretty much once the Bengals crossed the 50, they got 3.
Yeah.
in that stadium. In that stadium is what he was saying.
That dude
a lot of teams can say that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And he's a rookie.
We'll field goal you to death. You know what I mean? We'll get them off, take them off, and kick the field goal.
I was listening to I can't remember exactly who. It might have been Cal Hurd.
I'm gonna drink this.
Yeah, and they was talking about
he was
they was
probably
talking
listening
about
to Blast and Beat Up Sports Talk or some shit.
Well, they was talking about what the Rams should do on defense, and they was talking about put Jalen Ramsey on T. Higgins, double team Chase. To me, but Boyd still get off. You know what I'm saying? Like Boyd gets off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, you can't leave. Like they have 3 legit receivers, man. Like 3 legitimate. Well, and the Rams have 3 legitimate receivers. Jefferson's good too. But I'm like, man, if you run like that, like Boyd's gonna go 10 catches, 100 plus yards. You know what I'm saying? And he works that middle. So it's like that's to the Bengals' advantage if y'all try to do that. But I just don't feel like anybody can guard Chase, man. Like he's going to get over the top of somebody. I don't think
anybody holds up a whole game one-on-one against Chase.
Right. Yeah, like he's going to get over somebody.
I wouldn't double Chase. I would man him up with
Ramsey. Yeah, see, I don't think Ramsey holds him the whole game.
He going to get on top of him once or twice.
And unless they're just the cover's going to be tight. He going to be jamming him at the line because that rush is going to be coming. I mean, Burrow ain't going to be back there sitting all day waiting for him to beat that coverage.
That's
so
true.
He's going to have to. I think he's going to have to make some plays with his feet. First off, I just think you single up Jamar, everybody else can single up. That D line is. The Bengals O line is so trash.
No. but see, I think what you got to do, and let me give you guys a little O line analysis right quick. I think what you got to do, and I've seen some teams be successful with this. First and foremost, you got to double team Aaron Donald. Damn near every play, you got to get 2 bodies
chipping.
On yeah, and then the outside guys, man, you have to hold up. I mean, I don't know if that's realistic, but you have to hold up against Von Miller and you have to hold up against Floyd. I think that's the way for success. Double team Donald, and then hold up on the ends. Like you said, maybe get the ball out quicker so the ends aren't getting in, but you can't have Donald wreck the game. What's the Bengals screen game look like? I think it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, because Mexican, he can catch out the backfield. So that's always a threat. I mean, you can they can come around.
All of their backs can catch it.
Yeah. If he can if Burrow steps up in the pocket, delivers a quick pass to his secondary receiver. I'm all about, man, getting down the field, man. 11, 12 plays, get down the field, get the first down. It may not be nothing big and flashy. We gotta take a page out of KC's book when they stopped when they started shutting down Tariq and stuff, and they just started dumping it and just moving down the field. That's all we have to do, move down the field. Our guys are gonna catch the ball. Chase is pretty elusive. So, I mean, if you got to tackle him, if you don't tackle him, he's going to go. And he's a great blocker. So if you do have a screen set up, he's going to block for Mixon. He's going to block for it. Even if you got like a tight end screen, he's going to block. And that's why he's really underrated when it comes to blocking, man. A lot of the touchdowns we've had, if you look at Chase, he's on the block. I think he was on the block for the Pirine touchdown, for real. So
I think they should also wear out that D line, man. Get them big boys moving side to side. A lot
of about to say.
Motions. Keep them moving. Keep them moving all game, man. They're gonna get wore down.
If you get Burrow on some rollouts and deliver it. I don't know how well he can deliver rolling out, but I've seen him do it a couple times. But yeah, you're gonna have to get him rolling out. So they're gonna have to chase him. Then he can deliver to the open man, left, right. He's not gonna be able to sit in the pocket, because I think that's that's gonna be the detriment. Just like we saw with the Titans. I mean, he sits in the pocket too long. You got to get rid of. You know what I mean? The Titans, they wore him out. They wore him out every time he sat in the pocket. But if he sits in the pocket, nobody's ghosting him, then he needs to run. He needs to run and get that first down.
And y'all are giving some excellent analysis here. I want to throw y'all two questions. First, do you think that the Super Bowl being in LA, in the Rams Stadium, gives them any type of advantage in this game?
I'm gonna say no. And the reason why I'm gonna say no is because I've watched opposing teams go into the Rams Stadium and it sounds like a away game for them. Now I know the Bengals don't roll like that, but LA not the most, like, you know what I'm saying, like sports people, like, you know what I'm saying, like they, you know what I mean, like yeah, it's so much to do. So LA's not, and plus they got 19 teams out there. You know what I mean? Like your loyalty is spread off against, you know what I'm saying? You got people living in LA that's Oakland fan, well, Vegas fans now, and San Francisco. So I don't believe that that's going to be a big advantage other than them just knowing, I mean, it's still the same field as everywhere, but just them having familiarity with the surface and the actual building. I don't think home field advantage is going to be that clutch.
Let me give you an interesting tidbit that I heard. The Bengals are the home team for this game, and they'll be in the home locker room.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is crazy.
That is crazy.
That's
I didn't know
crazy.
that.
It goes back and forth every year, right? It switches from AFC to NFC every year, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure how they do that, but it is. I guess it might be a disadvantage to the Rams to come into your own crib and you be in the other locker room,
and you're not comfortable. You know what I mean? Like you're not comfortable. I just think, man. Plus Joe Burrow, man. Like you got to think, Joe Burrow he's played in the SEC where they packing out stadiums. So he's played in opposing stadiums that hold 80, 90,000 people.
Yeah, that ain't gonna be a thing.
Yeah, so that's not gonna be a thing for him.
We went into Arrowhead and won. We can win anywhere. So I'm not even thinking about the crowd, man, because we went in there. I'm sure there wasn't that many, you know, saying Cincinnati fans in Arrowhead. If there were, they were being drowned out by, you know, those fans.
So they beat the Chiefs, they beat the Titans, and who else they beat?
Raiders.
Yeah.
Raiders at home. But like you said, San Francisco came, packed up the SoFi, and it was like a home. It was like a home.
Yeah, that was a
team.
playoff game too.
But you got San Francisco being really an NFL type city. You know what I mean? They don't have nothing else going on, right? I mean, they have the baseball team, the Padres.
Yeah, they got baseball too.
Yeah.
And I mean, they got
Golden State.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man. I don't think the home. Yeah, they have everything. I don't think home field advantage is going to be that big for the Rams.
The 49ers, they're like, well, no, I guess Golden State's their golden ticket too.
Speaking of the Niners game, like they wasn't really killing Jimmy G in that game, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I mean? Like he didn't get sacked like 9 times like against Tennessee or anything like that, man. Like
they moved him.
Yeah, and San Fran got a pretty good line. I mean, I know they say the tackle was probably the best tackle in football.
Okay.
Shout out to Martindale for getting that job in
Where'd he go?
The Giants. Trotwood alum.
D coordinator?
Yeah, D coordinator.
Okay.
Ex-baseball coach for us. Now is D coordinator for the Giants, so it's a good deal, man.
Let me hit y'all with this other question, man. I don't know how big of a deal they'll make of this, but Zach Taylor comes from the Rams coach's staff,
right?
And vice versa. So do y'all think the fact that the coaches being so familiar with each other's systems will play any type of role in the outcome of the game?
You still got to execute, man.
Yeah, but here's the thing that I'm gonna go. If remember when the Patriots played Tampa Bay and Belichick shut them down because he knows all of Tom Brady's. He knows what Brady likes to do. He knows what, he knew that Brady took that offense down there, so he knew exactly how to play against them. So you're going to have some of those kind of nuances with a coach that's been around this guy. I don't know how long Zach Taylor was on their staff, but you're going to know some of his tendencies. I actually think that Zach Taylor has more of an advantage than McVay because Zach Taylor has never been a head coach before. This is his first gig. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't the head coach of the Rams. Like Sean McVay may know some of his tendencies, but you know what I'm saying? It's just, I kind of think the Bengals may have a slight advantage in that area where you don't have as much tape of a Zach Taylor versus, you know what I'm saying, a Sean McVay.
And McVay's not familiar with the other coaches. You know what I mean? He doesn't know the tendencies of the other coaches. So we still make adjustments based on.
Yeah, and I think
what's going on.
McVay's changed the offense a little bit too since he's got Stafford. You know, I think the Rams offense is a little bit different with the different quarterback too.
I think after the first 3 series for both teams, I think game plan is gonna go out the window.
You just play ball at that point.
Read and react. Read and react.
And what do y'all feel about the team that has the least amount of pressure, which I believe is the Bengals? They're not supposed.
Sure.
They're not supposed to be here.
Yeah,
like they can go. And I'm not saying that they won their Super Bowl when they beat Kansas City, but the reality is nobody on the planet picked the Bengals to be here. People had the Rams as a preseason favorite. You know what I'm saying, coming out of NFC. So I'm just in Stafford, like he's, you know what I'm saying, he's played for Detroit all his life, so he's a habitual loser. I mean, like, so he has a lot of pressure to prove that, you know what I'm saying, like it was Detroit that had me being a bum. You know what I mean, like I think it's a lot of pressure on his shoulders to prove that, I mean, I am an elite quarterback, and I mean he's done well this season, but I think there's a lot of pressure on him to win because he's at the tail end of his career.
Him being in Detroit, I just couldn't see his potential. I'm like, man, because the Lions are so trash. I'm a Bears fan, so I see the Lions twice a year. So I'm like, man, even if we lose every game, well, not every game, close to every game, we're gonna win 2 games because we're gonna beat the Lions.
Man.
But he went to LA and just showed why they wouldn't got him. And I had what's the boy they traded for? That played for the Lions now.
Goff.
Jared Goff.
I had Goff in my fantasy last year. I'm like, man, this dude is sus.
Yeah, well, I mean, I hope the old saying that defense wins championships isn't apparent in this game, because they clearly have the better defensive line. And a lot of people say the game is won in the trenches, and if they beat us in the trenches, then they'll come away. But again, you have to neutralize those threats, and hopefully those coaches are figuring out a way to get the ball down the field without too much jeopardizing Burrow getting sacked that many times, because I don't know if Stafford's going to throw 3 interceptions like Tannehill. I just don't think he's going to do that.
You can neutralize it. If you ain't trying to run it up the gut, that's your game plan. It's going to be up.
What's the run?
Stafford's had some bum ass games here recently. Like his last couple games before they went to the playoffs.
He's a gunslinger, man. He's a gunslinger.
Yeah.
So.
Man, they're on an 8-game winning streak, man. I mean, they're the hot team. We're not coming in that hot. We're coming in happy that we won 3.
You're coming in blazing.
Right.
What do you mean?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm talking about the wins that they have. We're not coming off an 8-game winning streak.
One thing they did say is they said the Rams have not lost to a team that didn't make the playoffs, and the Bengals lost to 5 or something like that.
Hey, we lost to y'all chumps.
We waxed.
And y'all watching us. So you know what I mean?
Hey. So that's why I want y'all to win, because we're gonna be like the default champions.
lost to the Jets.
Oh yeah,
that was awful, man.
I got here from Big Carib. We lost to the Browns, ugly at home.
Twice, didn't
y'all? That's what I'm saying. That's y'all the hotter team.
Yeah, I think the last time they lost to the Browns, though, they was resting cats. Burrow didn't play.
Yeah.
And check out their record past their bye week. They haven't lost a game. I think they lost 1 game since their bye week. They're the hotter team, man.
The Rams.
The Rams.
Oh.
They haven't lost a game since their bye week. They took an L to who they take an L to? It wasn't Jacksonville, but since their bye week, they've been balling. I mean, somebody said that 49ers game, we could have went either way though. I mean, all games can go either way.
Yeah, it was that was a coin flip, man. One thing I want to bring up, because you can't have a Super Bowl conversation without talking about the halftime show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Probably one of the best lineups ever.
My fingers don't even work that way.
West, yo. You got what? Snoop, Dre, Kendrick. Who else is on there?
Mary J.
I just spoke.
I mean, I understand what they're doing, but all those cats haven't been relevant in a while. Like Dre put out Compton, what, about 4 years ago.
Oh,
Yeah, but
Compton's older
who
than
else do
that.
you expect to see in LA? Like you can't do anybody but them.
It's way bigger cats with bigger buzzes right now. That's more relevant.
Yeah,
I mean,
but I mean, if
It's
they
Super
just
Bowl,
do their
brother.
if they do their old music, we'll all be happy.
yeah.
Well, you're not
Who
gonna
else- Who else would
you're
you
not
go
gonna
with,
get what
Beat
we want to listen to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm about to say beat up. Who would you rather see up there from LA? Because it's
I
it's
mean,
in
there's
LA.
no one in particular, but I'm just saying, like, they
Glasses
have
Malone.
Who?
You want to see Glasses Malone?
Nah, he wants that one dude. What's that guy? He wants Tyler, the creator. That's what beat up.
Put Tiger out there, man.
He was like, man,
Okay.
right? He was like, man, can
If
y'all
we
just
ask
play?
him,
He was like, can y'all just play Pyru Love?
Hey, I rocks with Tiger, beat up. I rocks with Tiger. Man.
Oh, speaking of Pyru Love, man, Red Rum 187 just passed away like 2 months ago, man. He's the one with the best verse.
Yeah,
Well,
the female died too in a motorcycle accident.
I'm about to say, I thought everybody on that song was passed.
Nah, she's from Ohio, man.
Yeah, she's from Ohio. That's crazy.
Bloody Mary's from Ohio, and she's
Yeah.
they said she's not even she wasn't really a gang member. They said they told her all the information to put in her rap.
Man, she gave you such a great roadmap of the LA gang scene. I mean,
Yeah.
assuming what she said is true.
They said they said a dude told her all the street names, and she just went in there and just like wrote the rap.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah, Red Rum 187 just passed away. He had cancer. He was the last surviving member on that song, man.
I'm about to say we wouldn't be able to put it on YouTube, but I was about to bring it up and play it. YouTube would censor your video if you played the music though.
Classic. I had the whole tape. The whole tape was banging.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, back to the halftime shindig. Like, does Dre go last? Like, what's the order?
I think Dre probably goes and just brings people out. I think
So you're saying Dre comes out first?
Yeah, and does songs, and then he'll probably bring Snoop out, bring Mary out. I mean, I can only see Mary doing the one song that Dre produced.
Oh yeah.
Her.
I said, Eminem.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Let's get it. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how does she? Now that you say that, because I've been thinking the whole time, like, how does she fit into this mix?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm like, I understand Dre, I understand Snoop, I understand.
True.
Mary,
I'd rather hear some, NWA, like you said.
Yeah, I mean, the fans
They are not bringing NWA, brother.
Yeah, that would be my surprise. Like, can Dre get away with bringing out NWA?
Yeah.
Like some Ice Cube. I mean,
you can't tell the story of Dre without NWA, man.
It's 30 minutes, ain't it?
No, I don't think it's that long. But
I think the entire thing is probably 30, but they probably give you 20. I don't see Dre bringing out NWA. I don't see that happening.
You gonna come through, Blast? I'm frying some fish.
I'm gonna do my thing at home, man. Although I do want to bring some Gatorade to douse you if they win.
Straight
What
wild.
y'all chefing up?
Me personally, like, I've been invited to a couple Super Bowl parties, but like I tell people, man, like, I actually like watching the game. Like, I don't want to party and socialize, man. And I think
you ain't gonna be here to watch the game.
Yeah, you can't watch the game.
Especially with the Bengals playing. Yeah, I'm like, I want to watch the game.
Man, I got a couple invites. It's like, hey, you're invited to it. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I'm actually gonna sit at my house and watch the game on my big screen TV. You know what I'm saying? You'll go to somebody's house and they got like a 42-inch TV talking about we watching the Super Bowl. I'm like, nah, man.
I mean, it's so much conversation in the background.
Yeah,
I'm like, man,
you can't hear it. It's like, I want to watch the game. I want to hear it. I don't want to be around 20 people. So I'm like, I'm just gonna watch the game here. I'll probably grab some pizza and some wings and some beer and call it a day.
That's all you need, man. Is pizza and wings, and you.
I saw I was by myself, man. It wasn't nobody. I mean, my wife was behind me. I think my mother-in-law came out because I was screaming and stuff.
Hey, Titan was with you, man. Titan was
me and Titan.
Hey man, I might pour up again, man. This is love right here,
Hey,
man.
this joint done kicked in, but this is fire, man. I'm gonna revisit this. I'm going 4.5 on this joint. So I'm bringing it up 0.25%, man. This is good, Blast. Appreciate you putting me on to this one, man.
And did I give you the straight jacket too?
I got the straight jacket and something else.
Jacket, okay.
Yeah.
Straight jacket.
Fire, man.
Yeah, man.
But man, you know what I'm saying? Once again, thank y'all for joining us episode 26. Hops and Stocks signing out.
Who they?
27.
Out episode
Oh, yeah,
27.
27.
Hey, 14.8. Kick it in. Episode 27, man. We'll holler at y'all.
Peace.
Who they?
Who that?
Me and Doug aren't pouring up anymore.
Shell of a man if we ever depart.